Hello everyone, how are you? In this video, I am going to tell you how to solve the problem nested list. This is the Hackerrank problem and it is a Python based Hackerrank problem. I have already solved this, but that video was incomplete and a lot of people have commented that they want the latest video on this, which is actually complete. So I will be uploading the video in this one. I will be solving the problem in this video. Now, in this problem, let's first understand it. We are given the names and grades for each student in a class of n students. Now we are given a class of n students, that's the first data, and every student's name and grades are given. We need to store these data in a nested list, basically the name and grade for n student, and we have to print the names of any student having the second lowest grade. That is, we have to know that who are the students who have the second lowest grade, and if there are multiple students with the second lowest grade, we have to order their names alphabetically and print each of the name on a new line. Let's understand it with an example. So in the example, the question says that we have 5 students. For the first line is actually the total number of students. And then we have the student name, their grade, name, grade, right? The output is Barry and Harry because Barry and Harry are having the second lowest grade. If you see the data here, the lowest grade here is 37.2. The second lowest grade is 37.21. Then we have 39 and then we have 41, which is the highest. So solving this is actually going to be very simple. First of all, we have to store the input, right? So what is the input? The first line of input is the number of students. So I can say n is equal to the number of students. So this will be input. We are going to take the input and we are going to convert it back to integer. Let me zoom in a bit so that you can see the solution correctly. So we got the n. Now we have to run the loop for n times. So for I in range of n, because we want to do the processing, we want to store the data for all of the n students, right? Now to store the data, let's create a list. Data is equal to a list, right? In this list, we are going to store another list for each of the student, which is going to store the name and the score. So I can say data dot input. I would say not input, data dot append. We actually have to append some data, but before appending, let's get the name and let's get the score. First of all, we are going to get the name, then the score. So the name is going to be input. Take the input, and the score is also going to be an input, right? The next line is the score. So we got the score, but convert it to float because the score can be a decimal. Now we need to append the name and score, but I will append the score comma name. We are because later on I will be sorting the data. So the data will be sorted based on the score, and then if the scores are similar, then they will be sorted based on the name. Sorting is going to help us know that which is the highest data or which is the lowest data very quickly. So once the data is sorted, data dot append score and name, the next thing we need to understand is we have a data which contains the score and name of students, right? We have to sort this. So we can say data dot sort. Now after sorting, I can actually find which is the minimum score, not the second minimum, not the second lowest, but the lowest. So let's say the lowest will be data of 0. The first data will contain the lowest student marks or the grade. So we are going to get the score comma name. I want to know the score, so I can say data of 0 of 0. So this is the lowest score, the lowest grade possible, right? Now we have to consider all the data in our I would say given student list which doesn't have the lowest grade, and in those data find the lowest. So if I just consider all the data which is not having the lowest grade, so right now who is having the lowest one? It is 37.2, Tina, right? If I do not consider Tina and if I try to find out in the remaining data Harry, Barry, Akriti and Harsh, who is having the lowest grade, so it is Harry and Barry, right? So now we got the lowest. Let's try to filter our data, which like go through the data and not consider the lowest one. So we can say for score, comma, name in data. Let's say if score is not equal to mx, right? In this case, we are going to do some processing. Let me make some space for me to write some code. Now let's create a variable called as start equal to false. I actually want to skip all the data in my like all the score and name in my data, which is having the lowest grade. First is skip the lowest grade. Then the next data will actually be the second lowest grade, right? So if I'm running a loop here, then and if I'm skipping this Tina, then the next data which we have is going to have the second lowest grade. So if the score is not equal to maximum, not the mx, it should be lowest. So if the score is not equal to the lowest, it means we got a score which is the second lowest. Let's quickly make sure that we have not started to pick up the data. So I can say and not start. I know you will not get this logic instantly. But first of all, try to understand this. Let's say one more condition is there. I have set the start as a boolean, right? So it can be true or false. Now, if the score is not equal to lowest and I say that it is started, when I say it is start, it means we have started to collect our data. So first of all, when the score will not be equal to lowest, and at that moment we will not have started, right? Start is by default false. At this point, I would say start equal to true. It means now my start is true and I have got a score which is not equal to the lowest. So this can be the second lowest one, right? The moment I get a score which is the second lowest one, I would say my lowest score is equal to score, the current score. So this is the second lowest. Next time when I get a score which is not equal to my lowest, which is actually the second lowest, then I will see that have I already started picking up the data. If yes, then at this moment I will break. I don't need to go anymore. Like I do not need to explore any more data, right? Now I can simply say one more thing. I actually have to print the data as well, right? Now if I want to print the data, I would simply say if start. If I have already started picking up my data, I will print the data as well, print the current score, not the score. We have to print the name, right? Now, we keep printing the name, but the moment the score changes, the moment the score is not actually equal to the second lowest one, and we have already started picking up the data, we have already started printing the data, at that moment, we are going to break. So this is going to print all the data which has the second lowest score. If I just submit the code, this is going to pass all the test cases. Let's wait for the results. This might take some time. I'm not hoping that it should take a time because the constraints are very, very low from 2 to 5. I don't know why they are keeping the question so simple, but one of the scenario can be because they want to teach you about the nested list. They're not teaching you about data structure or algorithm, but they are teaching you about nested list. Here we are using nested list, right? And when we are sorting the data automatically gets sorted by score, and if the scores are same, it automatically gets sorted by the name. So that's the complete solution for this particular problem. Let me scroll a bit and you can see it. I hope that now you are clarified with the nested list problem and you will be able to solve it. But still, if you have some problem, then make sure that you hit that comment app box and put your queries over there. So guys, that's it for this video. If this video has helped you now, then make sure that you hit that like button. And if you are not subscribed to my channel as of now, then make sure that you do so. And I will see you guys in the next video. I want to see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching this one.